So first, what we are going to do, Shift A, and we can put a cylinder to create the cup. Now, with this cylinder, here this window, we can put less, like 18 maybe, like this, and we can leave like this. Then go in Edit Mode tab and numpad 1 to go on the -y axis. Go in X-ray, get this part, GZ, here, S, create a little cup like this. Now we can round this a little bit, Control B, scroll up, put like this maybe. Now this part, this face, we don't need. So Edit Mode, Face Select, get this face, X face. Now we can add thickness to this. So we can go in the modifiers, add modifier, and do solidify. Now do even thickness, and you see the little thickness here. So put more like this, a little bit like this. Now we need to create the top part. So to create the top part, go in Edit Mode on the cup, and then go in Edge Select, select this part here with the Alt click, Shift D to duplicate, Escape, put a little up, GZ, and now we can extrude up on Z like this, and then S, Control R, create a loop cut here, click Escape, then we can scale it like this, and do Control R, this scale. But what you can do to put exactly a sphere, you can do like this if you want, but you can directly put a sphere. So you can put like this. You can do Shift A, Mesh, and then put directly a UV sphere. Now with this UV sphere, put it up, for example like this. Go in Edit Mode, get all of these X, delete the vertices here. Now scale it at the size of the cup, a little more like this, and the top part here, we don't need Face Select, go on top, we can select all of these here, and even the other one, X faces, Edge Select, get this, Alt click, you can do S, put this bigger, like this, and also you can change the numbers of segments of the sphere. So UV sphere, I'm going to hide all of this. This, Shift A, UV sphere, then in this little window, segments, I'm going to put at 18, like we put on the cup, and then the rings, you can put it down at maybe at 18 too. I'm going to put at 10, like this. Now put it up, put the cylinder and the first sphere. We can delete X. So now the second sphere with less geometry, we can go in Edit Mode, get all of these in X-ray, X, delete the vertices, and this X, delete faces. Now we have this left, A, S, scale this, put this up, like this, and now the top part of the cup here, we can get all of this X and delete the vertices. Now the top part is going to be the sphere here. and we need to create another part here that goes on. I'm going to put an image. Shift A image, a reference image. So my image is here, G. So you see the top part is around here, and then you have this part here that goes on top of the cup. So go in edit mode, and here we can select this part here and we can extrude. So E to extrude, escape S like this, and E, Z, extrude down like this. So we have this shape here like this. Now what we can do for the top part is we can add a solidify modifier, and first check the scale here. It is at 1, so we don't need to apply the scale. Go in X-ray, and in the solidify put even thickness, put a little more, like 0.02, like this. We can hide the image. Now this is looking good. We can create a we can create a straw. So mesh, put a cylinder, and the vertices we can put a lot less because this is going to be small. So we can put 8 like this. Now S, Shift Z, we only scale on X axis and Y axis like this. And also we don't need the faces, so when we had the little window we could have put a cap fill nothing, but we can just delete them after. SZ, move this up, put this smaller, and Z wireframe and Alt Z to go on X-ray, and put this at the bottom here. Here. And we can rotate this R, put this here, and this part we can leave like this. Now we need to add the little bobas and the little liquid inside here. So what we are going to do is select all of these faces from the cup. First we can hide the top and the straw here. So to create the liquid, so we need the liquid to be, for example, here. So go in edit mode on the cup and then Ctrl R, create a loop cut here, and now all of these faces, go in face select, all of these faces we can duplicate. Shift D to duplicate here, escape, we can P separate by selection here. So now we have the cylinder 002. That is going to be the liquid, and we don't need the solidify, or we can leave it, because when we are going to put the material, when we have the solidified, this is going to be transparent. Because if we don't put the solidify on this, this is going to be just one big block, so we are not really going to see inside here. So go in edit mode on the liquid and edge select all of this, and then we can F fill to create a face. Now it is like this, and this we can scale, because here it is exactly at the cup here. So we can S Shift Z, not Shift Z, just S, like this. Like this. And we can create little spheres to create the boba inside. So Shift A, mesh, put a, you can put icosphere. I think it's going to be good. A subdivision you can put at 2, leave at 2, and then S. Scale down and put the size of the straw, because these are going to go through the straw here, so we don't need them to be very big. So I think like this, and then put them here, Shift D. Here, go on top, and this, and just move Shift D here, move here, Shift D, go on top, put more, Shift D like this, G to move, like this, little bit here, like this. And now we have all of the icospheres in our scene here. So we can click on the first one and then Alt, click on the last icosphere, and then do M to put them in a collection, new collection, and we can put boba here. So this is going to be everything, all of the bobas here. Now we can create the materials, and we can, I'm going to move them a little bit, like these, go more on the side here. Like this. And now we can go in render properties, and I am in render engine cycles here. And I put an HDR image here for the light, so you can go in world properties, in color, get the environment textures, and then put an HDR image. If you don't have any HDR image, you have my list of 3D resources in the description, and in this list you have more than 60 websites to download HDR, download textures, download 3D models, download animations, sound effects for animation, characters, a lot of websites, and you can access it. So you have the link in the description to get my resources. So put in HDR, I like to put the Comfy Cafe from, I think it was Polyhaven. And now we can go in render preview, and I don't have any background. I put the background transparent, so go in render properties and in film, and then you have transparent here. Put transparent. Now the top part, we can create a new material, and we can put a little plastic effect, and I think I already have a plastic material, not a plastic but a glass material that is really thin in my asset browser here. I can click and drag and go in render preview. It's going to look like this. So if you want the same material, you can screenshot this. So I mix a transparent with a glossy, and put a layer weight here like this, and put in my asset browser. And if you don't want to put this one, you can create a glass material just by going in the principal BSDF and put glass BSDF here. Put a glass, or what you can do is go in the principal BSDF and put the roughness at 0, the transmission at 1 here, and it's going to create a glass like this. I'm going to put my glass material, and then the liquid. So we can rename everything. Cup, the sphere is going to be the top part, and the straw and all the bobas are going to be the icospheres. Now the liquid, cylinder 2, liquid, new, and here what I'm going to do is put a little color like orange, like this, and put transmission. So it's going to be transparent here, like this, and the roughness you can put a little down, like this, and I'm going to put maybe I think I can put like this, or little pink. Like this. And now for the bobas, we are going to create another material, get the icosphere, the number 1, and then new material. And for this base color, I'm going to put more orange and really dark, like brown, like this, and roughness, put a little down like this, and transmission like this. And for the liquid, we need to change the refraction here at 1.5 to put the refraction index of the water. Now we have all of this, and we can see the bobas here. And the roughness of the liquid we can put down, so we can see the bobas inside. And the straw, create a new material for the straw. We can put, I'm going to put like blue maybe, put a little roughness down, little specular up to create a little plastic effect. And now that's it. Shift A, put a camera, go N to open this menu, and then view, camera to view, numpad 0 to go in the camera, and move back on the viewport. Now go in the camera properties, and I like to put more focal length to create a little zoom like this. This is the blue from the straw, going to be to put more saturation here. And also we didn't delete the faces. Faces select here and here, X, delete faces, and we can put a little solidify modifier on this to have a little thickness, even thickness, like this here. And the scale is not at 1, so do Command A, go back in object mode, Command A, apply scale. Now we can put the solidify like this, and offset like this. And now we didn't put the materials on the other bobas. So the icosphere, this one has the material that we created. So click on the other one, click on the first one, click last one, and the one with the material, command click. So this is the active object, it is orange here. And now do Ctrl L, link materials, like this. Now go in the render properties, in color management, put high contrast, put more exposure, put less gamma, like this. Now, if you want to put all of this smooth, what you are going to do is go in the modifiers, add a bevel modifier, and then add a subdivision surface modifier. And now you see this smooth, right click, shade smooth. It's smooth like this. You can put here on the liquid too. Segments, put more segments on the bevel. If the shape is still not, the edges are not sharp, like this. A, and also on the icosphere you can put, I'm going to leave like this, A, right click, shade smooth. Now you have your little bubble tea, like this. And now you can do the render. So I am in render engine cycles, render 250, like this, and a render image, and make sure that you hide all of the objects you don't want in your render. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you in another one. Bye.